Hey, how's it going my super friends? I am Sebo. Thanks for watching the vid. This is something new I want to make in my channel, maybe try to do it every week. I get several comic books, like smaller ones I don't want to make a big video about and just talk about it, like 5 or 6, I don't know, just roundups, just like quick reviews. Really quick, if you're new to the channel, you like Marvel Comics, DC and Star Wars, subscribe my man. I do comic book reviews like these ones that I'm about to do. I talk about the news, a lot of really cool stuff about movies and TV shows, video games, everything. Click on the little bell icon so you get notifications and you never miss my videos. So let's start with DC. This is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 33. And the first thing you may notice is a fantastic artwork by Jack Herbert. We got the veteran Tom Derenick, he's assisting on the layouts. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps has had great artists since DC Rebirth began. This just simply continues that tradition. This art also helps the weak opening of this next story arc. It wasn't that good. It revisited some of the Guardians' oldest adversaries, the controllers. And I think that the strongest moments here are when the script just gets out of the way of the imagery and lets the visuals do the talking. But man, I love the partnership between Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner. It gives the book some good bonding moments. It's also hard to be too upset with a comic that looks as good as this one. The art is just so overpowering. In Justice 2 Annual Number 1, Kay Perkins joins the team as a guest writer to tell the origins of Wonder Woman in this Injustice world, but sadly, half of the issue comes off as a copy and paste of the Wonder Woman film. It's the same thing. The book spends too much time on telling the story we know and not enough on the twist that makes Wonder Woman turn to the dark side. The last quarter of the issue focuses on a backstory starring the Harley Horde that I just wished there was fucking out of here. The artwork is the strongest aspect of the annual, as Jamal Campbell and Marco Santucci stay consistent throughout this issue, and David Yardin's few pages are a bit jarring, with the colors not meshing as well as the other stories. Injustice 2 Annual Number 1 had the potential to be an amazing origin story as powerful as Superman's, but it just didn't do that. Justice League of America Annual Number 1, man, this is just so bad. This team of Batman, Lobo, and a bunch of CW heroes never really came together in a compelling way. Lobo's presence on the team has been a head scratcher from the start, and this explanation is just bad. And yes, we know that Lobo has a love for space dolphins, and it's well documented, but man, that's the reason? And also, Lobo convinces Black Canary to join him for an outer space adventure that is just really cringy, man, how he does it. Kelly Jones is a good artist, but her style doesn't really suit this comic or story, and it doesn't fit for either of the featured characters. The resolution is also really unsatisfying. This issue isn't bad enough to be terrible, but average is just where I'll put it. Marvel Comics time. We got Darkhawk number 51. Really cool, man, when writers don't just simply ignore the continuity of a character in the name of a modern reboot or relaunch. Chad Bowers and Chris Sims not only pay tribute to Darkhawk's past, they advance this story for his alter ego Chris Powell, and it feels like a natural step forward. If anything, it seems like Bowers and Sims were sure that there will be more Darkhawk stories to tell beyond this one-shot continuation, because they leave a lot of lingering threads at the end, and more importantly, they give Chris Powell a compelling reason to once again become Darkhawk and fight a war on an intergalactic scale. The art is a little bit shaky. It's not a style that I really enjoy, but the panels when Chris speaks with his other half are very effective. They catch the resolve in his facial expressions. I liked it a lot. Maybe there's still room for Darkhawk in the Marvel Universe. I'm including some Star Wars comics in this one. This is Star Wars Jedi of the Old Republic Mace Windu. A man, I like Sam Jackson. He's just cutting some motherfuckers over there and over here, man. It's so cool, but this comic, the decision to include a flashback storyline in this series hasn't done anything to help its visual consistency. Edgar Salazar, he brings a clean, understated look to his sections. It doesn't blend well with Cohen's grittier, more stylized approach, but it works well on its own merits. The flashback segments are also helping to give the story the spice it was lacking early on. We've all seen the stories and the movies and the comics of Mace leading his fellow Jedi during the Clone Wars. It's a classic thing. This book isn't doing much new with that formula, but the opportunity to see Mace as a headstrong, young Padawan is pretty worth reading. The flashbacks offer new, welcome insight into this character and what drives him, and the scenes prove that the best thing these Star Wars miniseries can do is take more chances and veer off the beaten path, man. And finally, Jean Grey number 9. The Phoenix is here, man. Ghost Adult, Jean Grey and Emma Frost make this sidekick team up for a lifetime as they try to save young Jean Grey from the Phoenix. Adult Jean and Emma's differing views on the Phoenix Force make for a great character-driven issue. With the upcoming Phoenix Resurrection on the horizon, this is a powerful story that shows the true force of the Phoenix and gives reason to why Hopeless has spent so much time focusing on Jean Grey's fear of her daunting destiny. Victor Ibanez's artwork is a bit blotchy at times, but shines when showcasing the Phoenix Force. All the important players for the Phoenix are here as Dennis Hopeless goes into the next part of this story arc with guns blazing. And that's it. Those are my quick roundup reviews for this week's comics. I hope you liked it. Tell me what you think of these issues. Did you like them? Did you not? If you haven't read them, are you gonna go read them now? Huh? I'm trying to write these differently. I try to give it a little bit more spice. I am Emosebo. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button. Share the video with some friends. Check out my other comic book reviews in my channel, other news, commentaries. Follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to see more, and of course, I'll see you in the next one.